Hello pilots, and welcome to another Mecha BREAK gameplay video. Today we are playing Alysnes on the Cape Blanc Observatory. This was a pretty fun match and a nice quick one for you. We start by just casually and calmly descending into the battlefield. This is the most relaxing part of any match. I see the enemy are starting to appear on the radar now. Their flyers coming around to the flank as always. The enemy team seems to be setting up close to point A. So I just start moving around and decide to go in and start getting into the fight. Dump a bit of damage into the Alysnes. And then I make my way into the point, but I am interrupted, unfortunately. Matches like these, especially with the current meta, are quite tricky, with so many flyers continuously interrupting cap attempts. I hide in the core for a little while, just using the haze, and I decide to pressure this Lumine, who is starting to get a little bit low. See the Stego, who's set up on top of the hill. He's low, and I decide to just dump some damage in. Unfortunately, the enemy team do break my armor. Now that I am a little bit more agile, I decide to just focus the Lumi, as I have the agility to keep up with them. They are repairing themselves, but it's going to be difficult to shake me. I think they ran out of energy here. I was able to get in a lot of melee hits, and we pick up the assist. The Alphard flying around, always difficult to get a pick on one of those. We do definitely have a little bit more point pressure, but the enemy team have a lot more denial. Managed to get a little bit of damage on this Falcon. He loops and slips back off towards the point. I'm hovering above him. I'm trying to get the slam, but instead I just seem to fly forward and swing and hit thin air. I guess sometimes your striker doesn't always behave the way you want it to. I was going to go for another slam there, but I accidentally ran out of energy. See the Stellaris is low, decide to start pressuring him. I'm focusing on fighting at the moment because there's just so much denial that I don't feel like there's much benefit in going for the point right now. I just wanted to displace this Stego, but I have no idea where he went, to be honest. Then I see him and he's all the way over there. So I decide to go in, just start damaging him, making sure that he can't free fire on the point. This is a really tricky situation for a Stego because there's no real way that he can shake me, and without any support from the team, he is kind of a sitting duck. So I do know how frustrating this can be, to have an angry wasp flying around and just poking at you. So I do apologize for that, but this is war after all. Still a lot of enemies flying around this point. And we are trying hard to get the cap, but they are trying incredibly hard to interrupt. I want to just try and get a hit on this Falcon. He does land on top of that pillar though, and I'm unable to continue the attack before he flies off. With Lumine starting to get a little bit low here, but he is pumping himself with repairs, and he is dodging very slippery. I decide to give chase using my sword to keep up. I'm just trying not to let my energy drop too low. Do get a good slam on him there, but he is being very evasive. He starts returning fire, which is probably the smart move. Baby Alysnes does not have a lot of health, and honestly, a Lumine can easily chase one off. I'm getting low, so I decide to just pop my armor back on. I decide to continue the chase. We are 4-0 at the moment, and I figured it was more valuable to keep the enemy Lumine locked up and away from the team, rather than rushing to help cap the point. He does use his corruption mode very nicely there to slip me and prevent me from getting that hit. I run out of energy and he seems to be still cycling around. The friendly Alphard is now here as well. Just using the rifle from range, and we are able to pick up the kill. Love tap on my rival Alysnes there. Missed the slam on that Falcon again. My positioning just a little bit off. See the Stego getting set up on the top of the hill here. And so I decide to just disrupt him again, displace him, because this is a really nice vantage point for him to interrupt the cap on the Korite extractor. And this one is worth 2. If we can get this one, we will win the game. I see he's low now, so I decide to use the glaive. I don't let him evade me this time with his Korite haze. He is trying his best to get away, but unfortunately with no support from the enemy team, he is taken down. Friendly team are all around the extractor now. Missed the swing on that Stellaris, but it doesn't matter because we do pick up the win. And you can see here from the stats that the stars of today's show were Blue Asura playing the Serenith, who got the MVP, and Staro on the Alphard, who got the SVP respectively. The results were a little bit stacked in our favor, but I had a really fun time anyway, so thank you to everybody involved. But that is it for me today. If you enjoyed the video, please consider dropping a like and subscribing, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Thanks very much, pilots.